In our last video, I shared with you why having an architect on your team is essential. In this video, we'll dive a bit deeper. I share with you how architect transformed our property and increased the value by a massive 350,000. Stay with me, this transformation is unbelievable. Hey, I'm Daniil, and behind the scenes is my wife Greta. Together, we're the Vnoutchkovs. This year, we jumped into the property game with barely any experience. And as we jumped into the property industry, we realized that a lot of the information is not being shared. So that's why we set the challenge for ourselves this year to buy 3 large properties, renovate them and rent them out while documenting the whole journey, from the highs to the lows and everything in between. We are here to share with you the reality of property investment. We recently purchased this property for 250,000. This was a very exciting time, but it was time for us to get started. The first thing that we did is to get the architect to the property to do an initial survey to create the existing floor plan. After a week, we received the existing floor plans from our architect, and this is what we received. Let's get into it. So, this is how the property looked like when we purchased it. I get very excited when I see these elevation designs, so let me walk you through it. As you can see, the property is very large with nice large rooms. Each room has a nice and large window, which is amazing as it lets a lot of daylight into the property. In these Victorian properties, the ceilings are also very high, which is great because it allows us to drop the ceilings and also run the service pipes like waste, extraction ducts, and also cables through it. The large rooms are also very nice in size, but they have these chimney breasts inside of the rooms, which is a very nice feature, but it takes a lot of space. So we decided to remove them from the property because of 2 main reasons. The first one is we'll be able to maximize the space of each room, and the second one, it gives us flexibility to play with the layout in the room as we want to. So then there's this weird feature within the property, which is the wall between the hallway and the kitchen. I don't know about you, but it doesn't really make sense for me to walk underneath the stairs to get into the kitchen. So imagine if you move that door a bit to the left, and then you free up the space below the staircase, and you also improve the flow through the property. Then you have the dining and the kitchen area. As you can see, they're very nice size, but imagine if you remove the wall between the 2 rooms, how nice and spacious this room becomes. You can also add a nice large skylight to this room to allow even more daylight and make it look even more spacious. Now let's head upstairs. As you walk up to the stairs, you can see that there's a toilet on the left hand side with a bathroom behind it, and at the back of the property there is a bathroom. The bathroom is almost the same size as the bedroom, which is great for a single family, but because we'll be transforming this property into a large HMO, we can probably make better use of this space. We're better off making the bathroom a bit smaller by increasing the bedroom. Then, further down the hallway towards the front of the property, there's 3 more bedrooms. Bedroom 3 and bedroom 1 are massive, and bedroom 2 is a bit smaller. So what we'll be doing is, we'll be borrowing a bit of space from bedroom 1 to increase the size of bedroom 2. Okay, so now let me show you the elevation design, especially the one at the front of the property. As you can see, there's this very cool thing at the front of the property, which is a bricked up window. It's like the house was waiting for us to do a loft conversion and also placing a window in this space. And guess what? We're going to do exactly that. Now you've seen the before designs, it's time for the big reveal. Let me share with you the proposed designs. Okay, so let's start with the elevation designs, because that will show you how big the changes we're making to the property. As you can see, we're basically adding another floor on top of the property, and this is where the architect works their magic, drastically increasing the value of the property. So we'll be extending into the loft and also over the outrigger of the property, so that we can squeeze as much out of the property as possible. And as you can see, the front window is coming in, as we're now making the loft a habitable space and want to let in as much daylight as possible. So now let's jump into the floor plans and see what else is changing in the property. So first off, we remove the wall between the entrance and the hallway to create a better flow through the property. Then you can also see that the chimneys are gone in bedroom 1 and also bedroom 2. And this allows us to add nice size en-suites in the corners of those rooms. We want to make sure that each tenant has got either their own ensuite, or if there's no space for an ensuite, they'll have their own private off-suite. And the reasons for this is because there's more demand for it, you can get more rent out of it, and also the value of the property goes up. As you can see, each ensuite will have a nice and large shower area, because we want to make sure that the shower trays are large in size so they can comfortably shower in it. Then each ensuite will also have a toilet and a vanity unit so that there will be plenty of storage for the tenants as well. The bedrooms are still very nice and large in size, which allows the tenants to live comfortable. We've also put some furniture already on the floor maps to give an indication of the potential layout, but this can still change as we go. And then remember how we talked about the wall between the hallway and the kitchen, where as you can see, that door has shifted to the left, and now we have storage underneath the staircase for a service unit, and also it improves the flow throughout the property. And speaking of kitchens, we've removed the wall between the kitchen and the dining area, and now as you can see, it creates a massive open plan area, perfect for tenants to hang out, to cook, or just to enjoy the area. And this space is around 35 square meters now. At the front of this room, we'll be building a nice and large kitchen, and at the back, we'll have a dining and a chill area for the tenants. We'll be also placing a nice and big skylight here, so it allows even more daylight into the property. The layout for the kitchen is still to be discussed, because we don't know yet what the best option is for this, but we'll discuss this with the kitchen designer when the time comes to it. Now let's head upstairs again. The first thing that you can see is that we've split the big bathroom into two smaller ones. One is an ensuite for bedroom 5, and the other one is an off-suite for another bedroom, which I'll show you in a second. Now let's go to the front of the property. As you can see, we had to be quite creative to increase the size of bedroom 6. We had to borrow a little bit of bedroom 3 and also a little bit of the hallway to increase the size of this bedroom. Also, the other thing they've probably noticed is a bedroom 6 doesn't have an ensuite like the other rooms do. But as I mentioned before, we have a nice and large off-suite down the hallway. This off-suite is larger than the ensuite sizes, which makes it very appealing to rent out this room to tenants. When it comes to installing a new staircase to the loft, we find a nice and creative solution to maximize the space in the property even further, and that's to use the wider staircase. This allows us to give a bit of space from the hallway back to bedroom 6 to maximize the space for the tenants even further. And as you can see, it was quite a bit of puzzling around to maximize the space in the property. We're always trying to learn how we can maximize the space of the property even further. So if you have any ideas or any suggestions, please leave a comment below. So now let's walk up into the new loft, which is an additional 50 square meters that we added to the property. The first thing that you probably notice is the brand new skylight that we placed above the staircase. This allows to flow a lot of natural light down the hallway, which is amazing. So as you can see, we've added in the loft 3 nice large bedrooms. For bedroom 7, there was no way for us to create an ensuite for it. However, this room has got nice size off-suite down the hallway. But then bedroom 8 and 9 have their own spacious en-suites. So this extra floor, which allows for an additional 3 bedrooms, in combination with the rest of the renovation works, will increase the value of the property by an additional $350,000. The works on this property are well underway, and if you'd like to see the progress, then make sure to check out this video here. I really hope that this video gave you some value and also some insight in how we're transforming our property. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.